Whoa now everybody, I'm your boy Lambo Drew and you are now tuned into another edition of The Leverage Show. Y'all already know what time it is tonight, man. Definitely excited about this episode, man, because we are about to get into just a few tips that's going to help you become the brand, right? Not help your brand out and all of that. No, help you become the brand. And that's exactly what is huge out here for so many people, man. For those and everything who tapped on last week, I want to give a special shout out. But before we get a special shout out, man, I want to make sure you guys enjoyed your weekend. Had a good time. I know I had a good time. I know I got to have some family members who came up, who came in town. Shout out to them. The last one, I think, left today. Shout out to that. But it was from last week till up till today. Lambo literally, man, had family members, man, in front of him, man. It was an amazing time. And just times to make memories, moments, and all of that good stuff, man. They came and got a chance to see Lambo out in Colorado. We got a chance to do a lot of good stuff, man. And I'm definitely going to fill you guys in on that, especially, man, on this episode. So this weekend, just an amazing weekend. A lot of people know that this is Halloween this week coming up. So shout out to you guys on Halloween. The Leverage Show is going to do a Halloween show. We're going to get out there. We're going to do a Halloween show. So make sure you guys do not miss Thursday night, man. We may give away some treats, right? Some real treats. Y'all know how the Leverage Show treats are. So you guys don't miss Thursday night, man. Definitely. We coming at y'all with Halloween. Probably will be a short version because we already know, like, that is Bears night, and that's people, man, who are going to be out here ringing Lambo's door and for making sure that they get their candy out here. So you already know, man, wherever you guys are at, hopefully you guys are having a safe time. You guys are enjoying your family. You guys are enjoying your friends. You guys are enjoying every single thing that literally has you guys being able to function in life and have a good time. So just be safe out there. I know we got a chance to watch some scary movies, right? Lambo's not into too much of the scary movies, but we got a chance to watch some movies out here. And my kids are some daredevil factors that just love to go ahead, man. And I lie not to you, to jump themselves into these scary movies. And Lambo was just sitting in there like, man, I can't do it. I really can't. There was this one movie we got a chance to watch with the kids called Smile. I don't know if anybody ever seen that, but man, at the end of that movie, the whole movie had me really kind of twisted up. And then when I got to the end of the movie, I already knew then. I said, yeah, we got to do something about this, man, because this right here is almost too much like real life. And then we got a chance to watch another movie called 1408, right? 1408. If you guys haven't seen that, we got a chance to see that years ago, but definitely it was one of those movies where you definitely wanted to go ahead and check it out, especially my kids watching. They're like, my kids are like in the movies like The Terrifier, right? Like that's the stuff that they into. They're into like Terrifier. They have yet, and I don't think, except for my son, they have yet to watch Nightmare on Elm Street, which Nightmare on Elm Street, when Lambo was coming up, man, literally, I was scared to go to sleep. After hearing that nursery rhyme, I thought Freddy Krueger was getting ready to be coming out of the walls, underneath the bed. He was coming under sheets for me. He was coming through my pillow. He was coming through my window. Freddy Krueger was all over the place, man. I had Lambo terrified. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. By the time I think I watched all 5 Freddys. Well, I know there was more than 5 Freddys, but I watched up to Nightmare on Elm Street 5, right? When we were coming up. And shout out to my Uncle Joan, man, who was, he just loved watching movies like that. I watched all the way up to number 5 on Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm not going to lie to you right now. I just couldn't do it no more. I don't know what people were talking about on this Nightmare on Elm Street. I was terrified. I couldn't, as a kid, I didn't even want my lights to go off on my bedroom. I'm just being real with you. Nightmare on Elm Street came on. I seen Freddy Krueger coming out there, and it was those long nails. And I remember them razor nails that Freddy Krueger had. Lambo was sitting up there, man. I'm telling you, man, as a young man and coming out of New Orleans, I'm going to tell you this right now. Freddy Krueger scared a lot of people. I don't care who you are. When that Freddy Krueger came out, you understand that voice and those nails, I had people who were scared to go to sleep. Lambo was scared to go to sleep when I was coming up and I was young. I said, oh, man, I'm not about to go to sleep. I'd rather spend my whole time up because Freddy gonna get me. How many of those, man, who definitely Freddy scared the living Jesus out of, man, was out when I was young? It was crazy. So I don't know where my kids definitely have this tolerance for, you know. I mean, we watch stuff coming up, you know, when we were young, right? But my kids got a different level of tolerance. If you've ever seen The Terrifier, you understand? And you've ever seen, man, the movie of it's just blood and guts and they actually, man, they're cutting up people. They had that one lady, I lied that to you, right? In the movie, and you guys got to go see it. I don't want you guys to go ahead and not miss it. Her husband is laying in the bed, right? And they make it so almost so funny at the same time, but it's really gross. And the husband is laying in the bed, and a guy comes in with an axe and starts chopping up the husband while they're sleeping. And there's blood, you know, gushing all over the lady and stuff like that. So she wakes up. I'm not lying to y'all. She wakes up in a full panic attack from the movie The Terrifier, right? And she's seeing her husband, and literally he's got blood all over the place. And the guy's still laughing while he's axing the husband. And I said, what in God's green earth would you be standing there for? I don't care if it's me. I don't need you to cry over me. Save yourself. Don't be out there looking for me, because at this point, I'm gone. You understand? Save yourself. And the woman is sitting in there, man, just looking at as this axe keeps getting put on the husband. And I said, you know what? I just can't even deal with this stuff. So then she goes into the one room. Oh, man, to look for the one child. That one child, the guy axed the little child up. And I'm sitting in there like, so she's screaming bloody murder at this point. It's time for her to go ahead and get herself out of there. She can't get herself in a mental state at this point because the husband has been axed up. The child has been axed up. And now she's getting ready to find herself axed up, right? So I'm looking at this and I said, this is a lot of guts and gore in a movie. And my kids just sat down through that just with a clear, yeah, Dad, look at this. And I said, I can't watch this. This stuff right here is just too much for Lambo, man. This got my blood pressure out here running high, man. I need to go ahead and figure some stuff out, man, to y'all to watch a different movie. Why don't y'all watch Gremlins or something like that? You understand? Nobody wasn't getting massacred in the Gremlins movie, right? But they get massacred out here in this movie, The Terrifier. So, I just didn't like it. Then the guy blew up the mall with the kids on the inside, and there's kids out there, man, it's just too much, y'all. It's just too much. If somebody tell you to go see that movie, just know I laugh. I ain't gonna lie, I laugh because I was sitting there and looking at people just die for no reason. And I was just sitting there just like, yeah, I need to do something. This is why I don't watch this stuff. This is why I leave this stuff for y'all to watch. So again, y'all are picking out movies out there this time, right? Because I know it's Halloween and y'all want to sit down there and watch it. Bring out some Charlie Brown. What happened to Charlie Brown in the pumpkin patch? You understand? When Charlie Brown was actually trying to figure out and everything, man, what they gonna do with the Halloween pumpkin patch, you know? Then Charlie Brown, you had the Thanksgiving, right? And I mean, Charlie Brown and Nate. Charlie Brown comes to Thanksgiving. Then you had the Charlie Brown for Christmas and Mickey Christmas, Mickey Mouse. We got to go back to stuff like that. You know, we got to kind of like detour. We didn't detour all the way left with this thing. But anyway, it was a great time, man. Enjoying my kids, man, and having a great time, man. I'm not lying to you and stuff like that, man. For me, I'm just being real, man. For me, I hope that when you guys are enjoying your family time, you guys are enjoying family time on the up and up, straight up, man. Straight. I really want to be real with y'all. Y'all are joining on the up and up because the tolerance now that we actually are seeing on the TVs, we could get away with a lot of stuff and enjoy stuff. But now, I mean, they just got stuff all jacked up. I watched this one movie. It was a series. I shouldn't even watch it, right? And my wife had me watching it. And I told my wife when I first seen it, this is getting ready to be a waste of my time watching this. I'm not going to get these hours back, right? Tyler Perry came out with this thing called Black and Beauty or something like that. I think that's what it is. It's called Black and Beauty. It was like #1 on Netflix. I lied not to y'all. If I could have got my hours back, I would have got my hours in time back, right? But, you know, hey, man, at this point, man, I got to be out here, man. And my wife tells me something. She wants to spend a little time. Okay, baby, let's go ahead and spend a little time. I understand. Let me see what you're watching. So we watching this Black and Beauty, right? And the stuff they had going on through Black and Beauty all over the movie. I said, man, I'm all over the place, man. The actors and actors, they all over the place, man. I said, this is a lot of drama that is going down in this series. I thought it was a movie. Then I found out it was a series. And then somehow we binge watched through the night the entire series, right? Because when I see one, I'm not going to go ahead, man, and try to stop, man, unless it's the shut-off time for me. And I know at that time of night, man, I'm going to be up. I lied not to y'all. I watched that, and I kept saying to myself, this has got to be the worst thing out here right now. And if it's #1, this got to be the worst thing out here right now on Netflix. If y'all get a chance to see that, skip over it on Netflix. Just say, you know what, Lambo, you 100% right. What the men was doing to the other people, I'm not even gonna go into it. It just was very disturbing. If you guys know what I mean, it was very disturbing through and through. And seeing the obstacles, I said, you know what? You should have did something better than that, Tyler Perry. I lied that to you. You from my city, you from New Orleans. I love what you have done in the culture, but that Black and Beauty, Lambo can't rap with that. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can be out there. That can be one of y'all favorite shows. Y'all can get out there and watch it. Now, the show I did watch that I thought was amazing, right, for the series, because see, these last few days, I got a chance to binge watch some shows while we had family in town, because now that's Lambo unplugging from work, unplugging from all my appointments, unplugging from everything and spending my time with them. And I lied not to you. I watched Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt. Y'all look that up if you get a chance. You really want to see a good series that is by far amazing, that really had a lot of great context at it, that really, and it's on the legal standpoint, man. I love courtrooms. My wife, she loves courtrooms. If you know my wife, she's a courtroom type of person. I told you she found Osama bin Laden. For real, y'all. She found Osama bin Laden back then. She's a detective by heart. So Reasonable Doubt, if you get a chance to go watch that. I don't know what that is on. I can't tell what that is on. I'm sitting up there watching it like, oh my goodness, it's twists and turns. And at the very end, I won't give it away, but to see the big ending surprise of this season 2 and who actually wind up actually accidentally killing the father because the father was abusing the mother, which I really think, man, is you know, we always need to raise awareness to abuse, right? Or anybody on that side of abuse or violence. We don't tolerate that, man. We make sure that if you need help, please get you some help out there. Call out to somebody before it's too late. Someone is wrongfully putting their hands on you. They're wrongfully abusing you. They're really wrongfully doing something that is allowing you to not be you and jeopardizing your freedom by beating up on your face and just beating up on your brain. That is not love. I don't care who says that to you. I don't care how they try to convince that of being love. That's not real love. Some of y'all need to go ahead and say, you know what, Lambo, if I do need help, I need to call someone. Get yourself a hotline, call somebody, and get yourself out of that abusive situation because you deserve better than that, right? You know, I asked my little brother-in-law. Shout out and everything, man, to my little brother-in-law Jay, who was here and just went back today. And I remember he was asked a question, and the question he was asked was, "What are you going to do about it, James?" Right? When that question was asked from an individual who wanted to know what he was going to do about something, he was referring to him as in, "What are you going to do about the situation to get yourself into another better situation? Because I need to know exactly what are you going to do about it." Well, I am so proud of him because for those and everything who know, man, he shared his recent victories on his Facebook. And what he did was he did something about his credit. Shout out to my little brother, man. I literally just was looking at his scores right before we got on it. He's almost at 1 point away from a 790, y'all. 790, right? I remember the day, and all his credit scores are in the 700s, by the way. And a few weeks ago, I mean, he can tell you his credit scores was down in the fives and 600s, right? To see him only a couple of points away from the 800, I could not be so proud of him. So I ask you guys today, what are you going to do about you, your dreams, your visions, your goals, the things that you want to do? What are you going to do about your brand? What are you going to do about your business? What are you going to do about your vision? What are you going to do about it? Now, whatever your name is, you can put it in the chat. You can say, "Hey, what are you going to do about it, Ken? What are you going to do about it, LA Law? What are you going to do about it, Demetrius? What are you going to do about it, my wonderful wife? What are you going to do about it? The list goes on and everything, man. Like, what are you going to do about it, QP? What are you going to do about it, Money? What are you going to do about it, JE? What are you guys going to do about it?" Someone needs to hold the accountability of the question to you. What are you going to do about it? And the thing about it is that I get this all the time, right? What are you going to do about it? And how are you going to help me? I literally was on the phone, shout out and everything, man. Can't call your name, but you know who you are, with a celebrity today, literally doing something about issues, questions. I mean, I literally had to go ahead and cancel appointments that I had going out there on the time just so we can get down to the bottom of making sure that we do something about an issue that concerned him, right? That concerned him and his wonderful staff. His staff was actually on a call too, as well, business partner as well. I love that. What are you going to do about it? We did something about it. Lambo didn't go ahead and pull any punches. Lambo didn't go ahead and straight to the left or right. No, let's do something about it. Let's get the right people on the right phone to make sure that we're getting the results that we get, right? Because that's what the client deserves. That's what you deserve. You need to understand, Tank made this song years ago called "Maybe I Deserve," right? You guys have never heard it. You guys definitely got to go look for that. And he's recanting in the song everything that he actually did wrong to deserve the way that his wife was treating him. Well, that's the same way that when you're married to your vision, you're married to your goals, you're married to your brand. The same energy in the mistakes that you may have made and think that, you know what, I made those mistakes, I can care less. What are you going to do about right? And then most people and everything, man, when they actually see that, they say, well, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to go ahead and just continuously to keep living life and keep doing what I'm going to do. Life doesn't work out that way. You have to do something about it. And I'm here to let you guys know, Lambo is saying this out of love. You have to do something about your situation today that will allow you to live the lifestyle you want to live tomorrow. And if you don't do nothing about it today, life will make a decision for you. Whether you voluntarily make it or not, life is going to make that decision. Now, I'd rather be on the decisive side that I've made the decision, my own self, than allowing and everything, man, life to go ahead and make a decision for me. Have you ever been in a situation where someone else made the decision for you rather than you, your own self? How did that feel? Oh, well, I didn't want that. They decided that they think that I should have went on ahead and eaten the food that they picked out for me. Well, I don't like the plate that they picked out for me because that's not my preference. See, the thing about it is that I've been to restaurants, right? And they've suggested, hey, this is one of the most popular dishes on the meal. And on the menu. And I probably said, oh my gosh, that looks amazing, but I don't need that. I'm fine with that. I don't need that, right? People who know Lambo doesn't eat pretzels. Straight up. I'll eat the soft pretzels, right? Pretzels that are baked with the little, what is that? The little salt and everything else on top, and you can dip it in the cheese. I eat them all day long. But when it comes to eating a regular hard pretzel, don't you serve Lambo no pretzels. Lambo ain't gonna eat no pretzels. That's the worst taste in my mouth I possibly can have is pretzels. Now, my kids eat pretzels, right? They love it. Lambo, that's not what I love. My wife can eat pretzels, and she'd be fine by it. The moment I taste a pretzel, the thing I want to do is vomit. The very first moment that I eat a pretzel. But now a soft pretzel, I'll eat pretzel bites all day long, right? That's exactly what it's like in life when life actually picks for you rather than you picking for yourself. Have you ever been to a dealership and you actually seen a vehicle you really loved? Like, man, Lambo, I like that deal. I like that vehicle. That's the vehicle for me, right? That's the vehicle I would love to have. And I'm not lying to you. When you actually see those vehicles that are out there, you're saying to yourself, I can see myself, I can envision myself, I can feel the steering wheel, I can see myself driving my vehicle or the vehicle that's on the lot. You see yourself doing it. And all of a sudden, you get out there, you take the test drive, you're feeling the leather, you're feeling all of the functions, you're seeing all of the buttons, you're saying, this is it. This is my whip. This is what I want. This completes me. Like this sinks in with me. And then all of a sudden, they do the infamous walk back to the building. Now, everybody knows that walk when you actually have to put that bad boy in park. You have to take that key out of the ignition or you hit that stop button. And you got to get up out of that vehicle and you walk back in that building. And then that's when they ask you the infamous question. So, do you want to buy cash or do you want to finance? And all of a sudden, you're saying to yourself, well, I don't have the cash available for it. But I got to go ahead and I got to run this credit. And ooh-wee, this credit right here is jacked up. This credit right here jacked up than more than what you ever think. And all of a sudden, you are hoping and praying at that very moment when they start asking you your information and start inputting it into the system, or they make you write it down and they slide that on over. You're hoping and praying that you know your credit is jacked up because your responsibilities or things happen or life has happened and literally put you into a place where you're not able to make your payments, right? You probably had a couple of credit cards here. You probably had a couple of credit card bills there. Probably had a light bill or electric bill or even the mortgage. And you say, listen, the vehicle that I desire, that I just felt myself having, just test drove, envision myself pulling up in my driveway with this. You envision yourself pulling up in your driveway, saying to yourself, Lambo, this one right here, this is it. This one right here, whether it's the applause for you or the applause for other people, this one right here gonna get my attention as well as it's getting other people's attention, because this one here is that vehicle. But when that application gets slid right on in, you start seeing everything in your eyes at that point of seeing that car and believing that you're in that dealership and you're going home with that vehicle that you envision yourself with. You're saying to yourself, ooh-wee, here comes the big finale. Get across there. And you know I got some guys who are watching, who are in the car industry, right? They say, Lambo, he's not telling no lies. They get that application across there. And then they press that application right on into that computer. When they send that application in, oh boy, you all of a sudden and everything, man, start even praying and hoping even more that that application gets that approval button, that a bank, at least one bank, say yes, you can drive off with your vehicle that you've been envisioning about. But I tell you what, and any time that you go to the back and they run that application, most people know that most dealerships run various of lenders, so you get more than one inquiry on that file, right? And all of a sudden now in this new technology and age, you start seeing your phone going off while you're sitting down there in the middle of you waiting for your vehicle, right? I'm waiting on my dream vehicle, Lambo. I can envision it. I can see it. This is what I came here to the lot for. How much life would be much more better. I get this set of wheels on the road and get it to my driveway. Guess what? That's when the big show happens. That's when the real show happens at that point. And they come back to you and they start saying words like this. Hey, how's everything going? You need another cup of coffee? You need some more juice? You need some more drinks? They're right over there. And you're saying to yourself, boy, I'm feeling great. Let me go get some cups of coffee. Let me go get some juice. Let me go get some snacks. Let me go get something because the anticipation is rising in me that I'm getting ready to get my vehicle of my dreams. All of a sudden, you start seeing that same guy or that same lady walking back and forth and look like they're going to every desk but the desk they're sitting at in front of you. I'm just going to keep it all the way one real with you. You want Lambo to go ahead and tell you a lie out here. Well, guess what? This ain't Halloween today, and this ain't trick or treat right now. I got to go ahead and tell you some real stuff. So all of a sudden, man, you get yourself and everything, man, out there full of that desk. You got your coffee, you got your cakes, you got your juice, got your water, you got your snacks, you got your hope, your last little bit of hope that you've been actually saying, I got hope beyond a scope because I already know that this thing is coming home with daddy or coming home with mama. You get a little bit more time, goes by. Start saying to yourself, hey, man, you guys seem to be taking just a little bit of time. Is everything okay? That's the infamous question that everybody asks. I lie not to you, man. I'm trying to tell you all this right now. That dealership, that dealer here, car salesman, he's on the other side of the computer screen because he just sent things to the finance company so that the underwriters can go on here and make sure you are pre-qualified for that vehicle that you truly want to drive and put in your driveway. Starts asking questions like, so what do you got planned for next week? And hey, after next week, what are you guys going to do this weekend? Now, all of a sudden, that dealer already knows in his head, hey, the finance company hasn't called back yet because he would have called back yet in a short time because we would already have some finance banks. If your credit was right, that could have went on ahead and already approved you for your dream vehicle. Start asking yourself, well, I'm getting ready to go out there with my family. We're going to barbecue. We're going to bring out some of the best of food. We're going to have the DJ out there. The DJ going to be on point. Everything is getting ready to be lit. It's a big party going on. And then guess what? They ask you the infamous question. Well, seems like you got family and friends that's going to be there at that party. If any one of them needs to come down, you think they'll be able to come out here, man, and come get a vehicle too? Or here's my number if you need it. Or even if they don't need a vehicle, will they be able to probably, if they needed to come down and probably help you out, could they help you? You're not understanding what they're really getting to. But what they really are getting to is letting you know, like, may need to call somebody to come help you down here. Because what's getting ready to happen, They've seen this happen over and over and over again each and every single week. It's not their first rodeo, and some of y'all, it may not be your first rodeo. But I tell you what, sit there with patience, confidence, everything else instead. You keep the conversation going, because the conversation is more stimulating than some of your days that are out there, because they're pretty much boring. It's probably the best excitement that you guys are getting all month, probably almost all year long. And as time goes by, your butt starts hurting in the seat. Got to get up. You got to start walking around. Hey, start asking yourself, what's taking them so long? They're coming back with my numbers. They're making sure they get my numbers right. They know who I am. They know when I turned in this application across this car desk right here, that guess what? They know my name, and they know that that's my vehicle, and they're getting my numbers right for my vehicle. All of a sudden, that car salesman gets up, he or she, and they go walk to the back. They're going to take a trip on back. Hey, how's everything going? Still here with me, doing the drum roll. Now they're ready to go ahead and put some music on. Hey, maybe you need to go in there and go watch some TV. You don't need to sit right here. Go watch you something that'll take your mind at ease off of what's going on right here. Well, as that time goes, you decide to go ahead and pick up that remote. Over there in that next room, there's a bunch of other people at, or you may not have no people in there. Because guess what? All the real buyers who came in there to actually get something, guess what? They have already come and gone. But you're still sitting there. And as the minutes go, and the hours go, all of a sudden, you get later on in to your stay. You're saying to yourself, you know what? I don't know what's the holdup, but we got to get to the bottom of this. All of a sudden, that car salesman, he or she, comes walking from behind back. And I tell you what, they've been smiling with you. They've been giving you treats. They've been giving you your Halloween trick-or-treat candy early. Here, take some for you and the family. Here's a whole bowl. Take this whole bowl. Take it home with you and the family. And you're saying to yourself, well, listen, I don't know what's going on, but the show is taking a long time. Don't worry about it. We're going to have some good things. Then they give him the infamous phone call. Infamous phone call. And I'm going to tell you what, this right here literally takes you to the next level. And you said, oh, hi. Yeah, let me check my computer. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Every time that they're saying yep and okay, you're sitting in there with anticipation. Yep, okay, all right. Yep, this is it. Yep, all right, come on, let's bring it on. Then they hang that phone up. And one of two things are going to happen. Either they're going to go ahead themselves and turn their computer screen around to you, and they said, hey, we found you out through that application that you had. You've been standing and sitting here for hours with us. We have became buddy in this partnership right now, because I'm believing that vehicle that you getting ready to be driving off with is going to be the vehicle of your dreams. But then they give you the rundown and said, hey, let's two ways this is going to go. We want to go on ahead and let you know something. We've seen some things on your credit. You say, oh, really? I was hoping that no one's seen that. I was hoping no one actually noticed what was on my credit. I was hoping that same energy that I was matched with coming in here, and the same joy and the same experience of you pulling me on in and saying, hey, we're in this together, that this thing is finally wrapping up. We can wrap this sucker in a pretty red bow and drive this sucker right off the lot and put it in my driveway. Do you understand something? that when they turn that computer screen around and they begin to show you your credit, and they begin to show you your mistakes. It's like, hey man, listen, all of these derogatories that you see on here, I went through something really bad a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, that I didn't have stuff right. But I'm better now. I'm on track. I got a little bit of breathing room. I got enough pennies and nickels or big quarters. Go on ahead and make my monthly payment. So I already kind of figured this thing out. You said, hey, this thing is right here. I can get you in there for $500 a month. You envision yourself taking your $500 a month, what I'm going to cut back, what I'm going to cut loose, what I'm going to do here, what I'm going to do there. I envision myself getting that $500 a month. Some of y'all, the new $500 a month note is $1,000 a month note, straight up, $1,000 and up. I vision myself getting that. I could swing the $1,000. That ain't nothing but like $12,000 a year. I could do that. What happens is that they begin to jog your memory down memory lane. Hey, yeah, we see what happened here. This is on your credit. That's on your credit. This is on here. And you begin to start explaining yourself why that's on your credit. Well, long story happily, they're already just telling you like, hey, you were denied for the loan, first off, because it wasn't strong enough. We couldn't fit you into any of all the banks that we ran your credit and got a whole bunch of inquiries on your credit. We literally are telling you and stating to you, need to go back and work on some things before you come back to this table again. And many people will sit back up in here and they walk away from that table. Lambo has walked away from that table. I lie and I tell you, man, me and my wife, I don't even think the kids were born at that time. Or even if they were born, they may have had one. And we walked away from the table. True story. And her cousin is there selling us the car. I seen myself in this big red Tahoe. Oh my God. Those who know, man, the Tahoes back in the day was like everything. I mean, it was a bright red candy apple Tahoe. I remember that vehicle still this day. That thing was redder than this hat right here. Lie not to you. And we're sitting down there. We got a cousin right there, and he's out there showing love, man. Cuz, what's going on? Family's doing this, family's doing that. We're doing this, we're doing that. Excited about it. Cuz say, man, yeah, we want to put y'all in here. Let me go ahead, man, and go take this to the back. Let me go ahead and get y'all situated. Keep in mind, I had a great job, had a great career, was doing really good, paying my bills when I could pay. But I honestly, man, didn't really go ahead and take a lot of personal time with my credit. Now, you got to keep this in mind. This had to have been before, now that I'm thinking about it. You had to keep this in mind. I was sitting back up in here, man, and I was just like, man, you know what? I got money. We got money to pay for this, dude. This ain't nothing. My wife, even being in that vehicle, man, was like, yeah, I can see myself rolling in this thing. That was all cut short because when they actually went back and ran that credit, my cousin came back, which is my wife's side, literally went on ahead and said, hey, we've been laughing and joking the whole time. Now it's time for me to do my job. They found some things on your credit. It's not looking good. But hey, if you can go find, which is always the second option, I was getting earlier, you can go find a cosigner. Go find somebody who can cosign. Bring them back here. When you bring them back here, have them go cosign for you. Oh man, thinking to myself, no, I can find a cosigner for this. I know someone would help me because this is the truck that me and my wife want. We got up there. lie not to you. Started asking people to sign their John Hancock next to mine. These were friends and family who would probably go ahead and give you the shirt off their back. Straight up. Give you the shirt off their back, food on their table. They would make sure that you are taken care of. But the moment that I begin to ask them, hey, there's a vehicle that I'm looking at. I really want this vehicle for my family. I really would love to have this vehicle for me. I can see myself driving it, see myself pulling it in my driveway. I can see myself right here in this vehicle. I know it's mine. And the moment that I said, hey, would you mind co-signing for me? Just putting a signature next to mine. Don't worry about it. I make enough money. I got the payments. That's when you've seen all of the wonderful kindness and niceness and all of that love, man, go right out the window. Listen, I love you. I love you. I do. But I can't sign my name next to that. You're saying to yourself, whoa. I thought we were cool. I thought everything was on the up and up. I thought you loved me. I thought that we had an understanding. I thought we were in right positioning with each other. Now you're telling me I'm asking you to co-sign this vehicle. You just can't just sign a signature next to mine. Like they only need a signature. They don't need a bank statements. I got that. Pay stubs. I got that. Even my little credit and everything else that I came with, they already got that. They just need your little signature, your wet signature right next to mine. Andrew, we love you, but this is as far as our love can go. Boyz II Men made a song called The End of the Road. This is our end of the road. And that taught me something. Everyone I went to begin to depend on to sign their credit next to mine. Hey, I got the financial backing. You don't have to have no burden. You don't have to have this. From the outside, had so many great things going on for them. But when they got down into their financial recompense or their financial situation and their financial affairs, they were actually holding things together and struggling just as worse as I was in that department. They meant well. Man, but we'll do it for you. We will do it to see you get the vehicle of your dreams and get you the vehicle for your family. We will do it for you. We will do it for the car. We will do it for the house. We will do it for the loan for the business. We will do it for you. But we don't have it ourselves to give. We don't have it amongst us to be able to have enough validity behind our payment history that it would actually be approved for you. I lie not to you. I'm giving y'all something of why this happened. When I went through that denial, no one could help me. I literally said to myself, I got to get this credit thing together. I got to get this credit thing right. Something within me has to get it right. Somebody has to go on ahead and at least be able to make sure we got some credit around here. We're able to make a move. If I don't get my credit right, who will? I challenge you to do something. And I'm not lying to you. I challenge you, for some of you guys who probably have never looked at your credit, go pull your credit reports. Go pull it. Really, go pull it. Go pull it. Saying, you know what, Lambo, I don't know where to start. Go to Credit Karma. Go download Credit Karma. It's a free app. Go download Experience, free app. Go download Equifax, free app. There's so many free apps out there now. You can check your credit at a click of a button. You're on your phone anyway. You might as well get the alerts that really matter. Go check your credit. And when you check your credit, if your credit scores, true story, if your credit scores are below a 680, 700, you need to answer yourself this. What do I need to do to go ahead and get it to the 7 and 800s? I need to be elite in what I'm doing because I don't want to have to go through that experience, because either A, you've been through that experience so many times, or B, you're saying to yourself, you're right, Lambo, I need to keep up with how things are going. Straight up. So last week, and I'm telling you how this brand became the brand, how to become the brand. I'm telling you to become the brand. When I went through those experiences, you guys remember Lambo was talking about me being homeless, straight up. I was being homeless, and a gentleman and everything, man, it's a true story. Me and my wife was talking about this. When we didn't have no money, there was a gentleman by the name of Louis Wagner Charles, man. If you guys, Wagner Louis Charles, right? Right. And he would do our taxes. So before we had H&R Block that was doing our taxes. Then we had Wagner Louis Charles was doing our taxes. We would sit up there. I lie not to you. My wife can tell you the day we would go in to go file taxes. In this early stages, we go file taxes. We'll be sitting in there praying, hoping that the rapid refund came back just to go on ahead and pay some bills and then try to restart our credit. Right? And then we'll get into a credit restoration. Like, oh man, let's get into this credit restoration. And we paid this guy. Now remember, we paid a company called Hargrave and Associates. This is back then. This is years back. I was saying to myself, Hargrave and Associates can get us right. And guess what? They didn't get us right. Then I saved up the very next year. Hey, we're still on this credit journey. Hargrave and Associates can't get it right. Let's go over there. We went with this one called Goldman and Spears or something like that. I think it was Goldman and Spears, not Goldman Sachs, but Goldberg and Associates. Take that back. Goldberg and Associates. And I was telling people, I was like, oh man, they're getting stuff. They're knocking credit stuff off of people. They're getting credit files right. Oh my gosh, they're killing the game. When it got to ours, they couldn't happenly do ours. Got 1 or 2 items off, but we needed a lot of work. And after denial, after denial, after denial, year after year after year, I'm like, oh my goodness. There was a gentleman by the name of Aubrey Watley from Goldberg and Spears, Goldberg and Associates, that used to work there. And he was telling me, he was saying, man, you want to get this stuff going right now while you're young. You want to jump on this credit right now while you're young, because you're going to need it when you get my age, because you're going to need to make a move. So the brand of me getting into credit repair came in time and time again of me failing, right? And me failing and then allowing myself to put my credit file into the hands of other people and then them actually not to come through it. And it literally got me to the place to where I was frustrated with the way things were going, because the next year I would have to wait to go ahead and file the taxes just to see if we can go on ahead and at least try another company again. And man, I remember this gentleman named Danny Garcia, man. We had Goldberg and Associates. We had all these other ones. I even had Lexington Law. I had Lexington Law, true story. We would save up our money. And true story, we'll sit back up in here and we would just be like, man, this is our break. This is what we need. See, people didn't know and everything, man, that I was working at Coda, and I remember working at Coda, Central I do. I remember and everything, man, vividly. I said, baby, we got a Motel 6. We got We got the my gosh, what is it? In Town Suites. In Town Suites. See, somebody ain't gonna tell y'all about this. We had Motel 6 In Town Suites. We had oh my goodness. What is that one? DoubleTree, when we get a lot of DoubleTree money. We had, what is the green one? The Quality Inn, when we can get Quality Inn. We had all these other things in between, right? Remember Bounce Around. My wife's pregnant with my first child, with my son. And I'm saying to myself, I remember every single time wishing and hoping, still keeping a smile on my face, that things would get better. Things would change for the best. And then all of a sudden, true story. My wife, literally, man, we don't see any signs. Got to go stay with my mother-in-law. True story. It's like, man, we're pregnant. Got a job, working coder, trying to put things together. I was that messed up with those payday loans. Yeah, people who know those payday loans know what I'm talking about. Where I had like 3-4 payday loans out that were like $1,000 a piece. I'm lying that to you. I get the payday loans to go ahead and try to float me through 1 week to the next. And I say to myself, there has to be a better way than this. At that moment, I knew then, I got to go all in. I got to learn this credit thing inside out, because I cannot have this affecting my life, infecting my family's life even more. People don't understand this. This is 20 years ago now. I'm sitting in here and I'm saying to myself, what do I do? Where do I go? What direction do I take? I began to start researching, knowing that that would become my brand later on down the line, right? So I began to get in with people. I got with Floyd Wilson, and I got with Gizzy, and I got with some other people, man. I said, hey, I need you guys' help because I got to get this credit right so we can do some things, right? When we were able to do some things, that's when I started making some moves to fix my credit and then get ourselves positioned into a house and get ourselves positioned into this. How many of those who know, man, when I learned that, I started helping other people and putting them in the right direction. Now, let me help you guys out. Let me help this out. Let me help that out. I was actually becoming my brand in the middle of my mess. And see, sometimes that you become your masterpiece in the middle while you're actually, man, trying to figure things out. Things start working together. It becomes the trial and error between it all. You start to say to yourself, man, Lambo, you're 100% right. When I was going through this, I learned this. When I was going through that, I learned that. When I was going through all of these things, I learned these things because I was going through the middle of my mess. So at that point, I'm helping people out, turning wheels, right? Getting to layovers, doing what I needed to do. I did that for years. Keep in mind, it would find me later on to being in the worst position of my life again financially, while at that time having amassed 4 kids with debt and everything else that we were going through the exact same thing over again. To get myself out of the situation, I had to go ahead and continue to keep doing things that allowed me to keep building in myself. For some of you guys, it's the same thing. You're going to allow yourself to continue to keep going through situations that allow you to get out of situations that allow you to open up other doors so those doors can make other better things for you, your family. That's how I learned what I was going to do to really begin to help people. So we fast forward. We're helping countless of other people out. Things are going on the right way. It's time for me to make a decision to leave in 2020. I turn around and everything. I make a decision to leave in 2020, right, for my job. I literally lie not to you. I'm on there talking to the people who can say, Lambo, if you really decide to really jump in and believe in what you're doing, because I had seen the work. I had seen people's lives change. I seen what credit can do for me. I seen what credit can do for them. I seen what credit can do for so many other people. If you really believe in this, you need to take this seriously. Take it seriously for you, yourself, so that you can really help other people. And that's when I began to really go ahead and put all the chips on me and making sure that when I bet on me, that I was betting on people who were going to know that we were going to win between expertise, between trial and error, between tribulation, but also between something that was a proven system. This is what I told you, that all of that research that I had did, all of the down and upwards and all of these moments that I had did, this is where we at. This is where we actually came to. We came to this point where we're at the bridge and we're facing and everything, man, which direction to take. And I said to myself, I've helped all these people out. Let me double down on myself because there's more people I can go help. That's when I told you guys what happened. I told you the story and everything, man. Shout out and everything, man, to my guy Revenue, man, who decided to say, Lambo, you need to get out there. You need to start talking with people because people need to hear what you need to say because people don't understand your war. You actually going through it. So you're actually going through it and you're able to help other people out. When I began to do that, all the creative concepts that I started putting around, I was able to help out more and more people and then do it on a different basis. But I had to believe in my brand first before I ever seen it come to pass. I seen the results of credit repair and what that did. I seen the results when people did get credit in line, what that was able to afford them to do. But I didn't understand exactly how to build a brand. What is a brand? Where does a brand come from? How does this brand will affect what I do today and affect many other lives tomorrow? True story. Look at this. The definition of a brand is to distinguish a feature or of a product or a service or a concept that sets it apart from its competitors. Here we go. A brand is a distinguishing feature of a product, service, or concept that sets it apart from competitors. Listen again. Here we go. Look at this. A brand is a name, a term, a design, a symbol, or any other feature that distinguishes one seller's goods or services from others. Brands are used in businesses, marketing, and advertising. This is what brands are. When you are setting yourself aside or apart, you take all of the great things and skills that you do best, and then you push that ahead of what you've actually been doing. I'm gonna just be real with you, man. I'm gonna just be real with you. Do you understand that when most people get out there with their brand, that they fail from their brand and marketing their brand because, first of all, they really don't believe that they're even better than their competitors. First of all, they have not even marked out who their competitors are. Who's in competition with you, first and foremost? You're in this life to become a better you, straight up. So that's the first competition that you need to win, is becoming a better you. But you need to find out what separates you from the brand, from other competition and other competitors out there and other this. So in my term, right, when I was going through stuff and getting stuff together, trying to figure stuff out, I was looking at other competitions, what they were doing and other competitors, like, oh my gosh, You guys are doing this, and they were making serious money. And they were not even doing the work or getting any results. Straight up. They were not doing any work. They were not getting results. They were getting minimum results. Some people, man, and this is a true story, that was on top and doing things amazing years ago, to this day right now, they're struggling so bad it's not even funny when it comes to being able to get the results and allow people to make a move or financial move in life, because things have changed and their systems couldn't change. Their mental couldn't change. Their skill set couldn't change. They couldn't adapt or couldn't upgrade. While the whole time I kept pivoting. I kept saying to myself, I like that, but this is coming down the line. We need to change this. We need to change that. We need to change this. So that way that when we got out there and the brand was able, of Lambo Jewelry and his team got out there, we were able to continuously keep producing the results that we said we were going to produce. True story. True story. So for me, I'm telling you that when we decided to really launch, we were actually helping people, but we were actually getting ourselves into a position that we can actually help the multitudes, right? Not just one step at a time or one person at a time, but the multitudes, so we can handle the multitudes. So there were certain things that we had to put out there that separated us. Didn't need to bash anybody. Oh man, look, I got people right now that they are bashing some of my good friends who are putting out content on YouTube. Straight up. They're bashing them. And they're most legitimate, upstanding, upfront people that you ever meet. Just trying to help people. But people make their channels off of them bashing other people. That's just what they do. They make their channels. They make the comments. They make all of this riff from bashing other people. When we decided to begin to start branding, we needed to follow certain steps that got us out there in front of everybody. These are the 9 steps that Lambo and his team could follow, and you could follow them too as well, right? Number 1, find out what makes you unique. Find out what makes you unique. Find out what your strengths are, what your skills are, what your talents are, what your goals are. Those 4 things you need to identify what makes you unique. Your strengths, your skills, your talents, and goals. Number 2, research peers. This is such a fact. When you're learning how to brand yourself, it can be useful to research peers within your field. You can learn how they brand themselves and decide which elements that may be relevant to you and your personal marketing strategy. True story. Right? Here we go. Number 3, establish a clear voice. See, the thing about it is that some people may not have a clear voice because they start sounding like everybody else. You need to sound like you. You need to be you. You need to be unique. Your business, your brand, your goals, your ideas need to be you. So when you say establish a clear voice, be specific about your brand by establishing a unique voice for your product or service. This is huge. Make sure people hear who you are, right? Make sure people believe who you are. You have to believe who you are. So make sure that you're establishing it and you're establishing that as a unique voice. True, very clear. It's got to be clear, all right? Number 4, determine your niche audience. This is powerful. Identifying your target audience. That's your niche audience, right? Who is your target audience? What audience are you trying to go on ahead and you're trying to allow your product or your services to be able to go on ahead and impact and change lives, right? That's turn out. Who's going to buy from you? Is it going to be the 18 to 25-year-olds, the 25 to 35-year-olds, the 36 through 45-year-olds, the 46 through 65-year-olds, the 65 through 80-year-olds, the 80 through 100-year-olds. Who's your target audience? Find out who's your niche audience. Find out what product that actually is attractive and how to make it attractive. See, credit repair and everything, man, wasn't attractive for a lot of the younger people who were coming up, right? So you had to make it attractive with some of the things and everything that they like and that they want. Well, hey, if you get your credit right, you can actually get some banks to get you money, and then those banks to get your money of some of the things you like, you can purchase this. Now you can turn that into assets and allow you to purchase even more. Who's your target audience, right? Number 5, build a reputation. Build a reputation. Once you have built a foundation of your brand by defining yourself, your objectives, and your chosen platforms, you can start building an audience and a reputation. The purpose is to convince people who are interested in your brand that your skills are valid and that you have the experience to support your reputation. When you build a reputation, right, there's many other different things that you have to understand. Like they're attracted to integrity, they're attracted to character, they're attracted to honesty. Like these are all things that help you build your reputation. But they're attracted to that because you can continuously to keep putting that out there. You can continuously to keep putting out your reputation, your brand, everything that you have on the line, and you can consistently come through over and over and over and over again. Like literally, it's like Ninja. When you see Ninja, you start thinking of not the ninjas that's flipping on TV. You think the brand Ninja. You're thinking of cookware. They make a lot of great things sharp. They make a lot of great things free. They make a lot of great things like that. Like that allows you to help build your brand. And your brand keeps expanding because of what? Because guess what? The products and consistency that you do. It's a true story. So when you see your reputation is maybe getting ready to get a little dirt thrown on it because the consistency may have not been there, you need to go back and say, hey, what I need to do to make sure that my reputation and my brand is still ahead of the people who love to support what I actually have out there in my product and my services, right? You have to protect that. Number 6, some of y'all simply need to create a website, create a presence. Some of you don't have a big enough presence where banks can go ahead and look you up. People can go ahead and access you. They can go ahead and grab their phones and look you up by your phones. You don't have a big enough access for people to know who you are, right? Let's talk about that, right? When there's people who are doing things on a local level, which doing some amazing things in the community, some amazing things, but they really have the right tools or skills that will allow them, if seen by a lot of more other people, to affect change on a bigger scale. So what they need to do is hire the right teams. When I said hire LA Law and Ahmad, you hire LA Law and Ahmad. I talk about a social media team, you hire that, right? You need to hire stuff that allows your brands and allow you to get out there, to expand. We say create a website or create a presence, create a social media presence, create a presence amongst other communities. That way you can go ahead and have your impact even reach more. More people, you've maxed out your limitations of the people that is around you. Because you maxed out the limitations of the people that's around you, guess what? That's all you're getting is the fruit from the people that have maxed out limitations around you. You have to increase your circle, straight up. Probably talking to Lambo, I really don't need to increase my circle. No, you need to. You need to increase your circle because there are more people around your circle that can do things and add value to you, and that can add value to so many other people that are you connected and you guys can network and move in a whole different direction, right? You guys are a moving force. So you need to continuously keep moving that in the right direction by making sure that you're expanding your circle, expanding your network. Get out there and meet people. Get that presence out there. That way it allows the new people who've been waiting to hear from you. There are people who are dying to connect with you. There are people who are dying to do business with you. But you don't want to go ahead and do business because you're saying to yourself, doesn't take all that. I don't need all that. I really just want to remain low key. Well, if you remain low key, you remain low volume. Some people need to hear this. If you remain low key, you remain low volume. Sometimes you need to crank up the volume so that other people can hear your vibrations and can hear what you're playing. Straight up. They need to hear you. They need to hear your brand. They need to hear your business. They need to hear your skills, what you do. So you need to crank it up. You need to turn the volume up a little bit. You need to turn your presence up a little bit. You need to get around the right people and the right teams that will allow you to expand that so other people can see and say, you know what? I need that service. I need them. They need to go ahead and they need to really get with me because I need to get with them because we really need to do some great things together, or they can help out people. That's how this thing actually works. All right, so keep that in mind. Here we go. Number 7, network. I just pretty much goes on ahead with creating that website. Network, right? Search for as many relevant people and brands as possible and reach out to them to collaborate. This can also help you gain access to elements of their brand, including the reputation, the credibility, or the audience. Remember this. You discover people in your social media groups who have similar qualities, but a larger brand than you do. You can reach out to them and propose different collaborations. It may be helpful to explain why you are working with them to benefit with them and you. Why are you working with them? Why are they benefiting you? Like what's really happening? Talk to me. This is how you network together. You have to say to yourself, you know what, Lambo, you're 100% right. I need to network. It's a must that you network. It's a must. I'm telling you, if you ever want to grow your brand, expand bigger than what you've been doing, remember, you can only eat up off the fruit of the comforts and the people around you. So if your circle, right, only has bananas in their group, that's the only fruit you can eat. If your circle only has apples, that's the only fruit you can eat. But what if this circle has apples? What if this circle has bananas? What if this circle has peaches? And what if this circle has pears? What if this circle has kiwi? What if this circle has lime? What if this circle has lemon? Whatever circle and fruit that people have, you need to be connected with circles and networking with people who are bearing fruit. Straight up. Not bearing mess or bearing gossip or bearing destruction, but bearing fruit that you can physically see people are eating and they are actually surviving off of that. And hey, I can use that over here with my network. I can use that over here with my network. It's service, it's networking. You network together. This is huge. Network is one of the biggest things. Your network will determine your net worth. I promise you that. Being connected to all the right people and being disconnected to all the wrong people will allow you to grow your net worth and allow you to grow in leaps and bounds that'll blow your mind and blow your business and blow your brand up bigger than you can imagine. I'm telling you what I know. Right? Number 8, analyze your competition. Analyze your competition. See, the thing about it is that people don't study the competition. Studying your competition can help you identify opportunities for your own growth. The best way to do so may depend on your area of expertise. In so many cases, you can do through online research, right? You're studying about an automotive industry. You can do that straight through research. If you're studying about an e-commerce industry, you can do that straight through research online. you're studying about a car industry, if you're studying about a financial industry, if you're studying about any industry that you have, you need to analyze the competition and analyzing how they are marketing, what they're marketing well at, what their marketing looks like. What does your marketing look like? When you put ads out, or when you market, or when you try to go ahead and grab business, what does that look like? Does it look like it's a piece of crap thrown together? And you're trying to say, well, how come I'm not getting any business? How come I'm not getting? Well, look at what they're doing compared to what you're doing. It doesn't take much but effort and know-how and bringing the right circles together to have you more professional brand, right? You really want a professional brand and you really want to go ahead and level up. You need to understand, like, when I analyze the competition, I want to analyze and everything, man, what Grant Cardone looks like, which Grant Cardone, if you ever see his content, you ever see his pages, you ever see his website, you ever see different things and ads that they bring out, oh my God, they're attractive and they look like it's wealth and money. And people are spending money with them. What does your brand look like? You can't be out there, man, tied up, and this is a true story. You got your hair all undone, do-rags on your head, scarves on your head, whatever the case may be. Look like you jumped out of a swamp gym and you jumped out of jungle gym with Tarzan and everything, man. You got stuff all over you. And you're like, hey, I don't care about this. This is my brand. No, people are very observant. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying, but people are very observant. If you really want your brand to go next level, people actually watch you. They watch how you dress. They watch how you walk. They watch what you do. They watch you because they want to see if there's anything that I can eat from this fruit of this tree. Or if there's nothing that I can eat, it's time for me to go because it's unattractive. And it's not something that people will want to sit down and do business with. Straight up. So when you analyze your competition, make sure you're analyzing the strengths of what they're doing, how they're gaining so many people and allowing the attention of so many people to actually want to do business with them. I got people who do business with me straight up just because of the way how we do things, based off of how fast we do things and how we do things efficiently. And then they go to somebody else and they say, Lambo, they were dragging their feet. I don't know what's going on. So our vision and the brand of Lambo Drew and even the team around me is, man, we need stuff done. We need stuff done ASAP. I need stuff done fast. I can't go ahead and just lag my feet behind things and think that because I lag my feet behind things, people are going to pay me for a half-tail type of job. They're not going to give you an effort, right, for a half-tail type of job and say, yep, I'm going to give you premium pay for that. No, I don't know that. I don't know that. It's like somebody slapping your food together at a restaurant, putting it on the table in front of you and saying, yep, here, I need you to eat this. And they're serving you shepherd's pie and you ordered a steak and potatoes. It's a night and day difference. You're like, yo, I didn't come here to eat shepherd's pie. I came here to eat my steak, T-bone steak, tomahawk steak, and these potatoes, and it's all great. That's what I came here to eat. I came here to eat that because I like the presentation. I like how it's cooked. I like how it's served to me. So not just being nice, I need you to go ahead and deliver. That's the biggest thing. Can you deliver? Here we go. Number 9. It's the last one. It's the most important one. Get feedback. Get feedback. I promise you, get you some feedback. Get you some feedback about your website. Get you some feedback about your ads. Get you some feedback about your business. Get you some feedback about your social media. Get you some feedback, man, about your products, your services, what you could be doing better. How could you be marketing more better? Get you some honest feedback. Tell people, man, I need you to be honest with me. What could I do better? Like, what could I do more better? And don't ask the average person. Sometimes you may need to ask another business owner or somebody who's in competition with you what you need to do better. What can I do better to help serve what I'm actually doing with my skills that I actually have and I'm actually presenting? What can I do better? When you do better, I promise you, people actually say, yep, let me take a look at your social media. Let me take a look at your professional posts. Let me see how you look up and down. Let me look at the value of your products and your service, see if this is something that we really want to get in hold of, we really want to get involved in, or we don't want to have anything to deal with at all. Like, what is it, right? I need to know, what is it? What do I need to do at this point? If you're posting on social media, this is a true story. You're posting on social media. What are you posting? Right? What's your most recent photos of? When I go look at your social media page, does it look like something that I can't wait to go ahead and do business with? I can't wait to actually turn my head. People like to catch stuff that's eye-catching, right? People doesn't like to catch anything that's not eye-catching. It's just the state that we live in, right? Just the nation we live in. If it's eye-catching, people are going to stop. Today and everything, man, early this morning, my little brother and me, we're at the airport, and we sit back up in here, I'm not lying to you, jump out the truck, it's all eyes on us, and we're talking and we're joking, and we do this one move that we do every time, man. As I see him go, he see me go. And all eyes stopped. This is true stuff. They start looking at me and him. Start putting out their phones, and they're recording us and taking pictures. And they're laughing, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. We do this all the time, right? But we do this all the time in a setting that is like it's a private setting. They're looking at me and him, we're joking, we're having a great time. Even my wife, she's busting out laughing and looking at us do what we do. What does that look like? What catches people's attention about you? What catches people's attention about the things you do, your brand, who you are, your character, how you carry yourself, your dress, your attire, like your social media, all of this stuff, all of these things play a part to you. When people see you, they want to see you step. Hey man, how you doing? I want to know it's something that I'm going to sit down here, I'm going to regret, or it's something and everything, man, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy. Something that I'm going to sit here and really, really, really allow. Right? You have to ask yourself that. Let me ask you something. Ask yourself this. For all of those who've been saying yourself, well, Lambo, you went over those 9 steps about how to brand yourself. That's amazing. You told me what a brand is. That's amazing. But ask yourself this. This is the most key thing. Do you believe in your brand? Do you believe in it? Do you believe in the brand and the products and the services that you can provide and you can really help people? Do you really believe in it? Because if you don't believe in it, how are you going to expect from someone else to believe it? You can have some of the best services, some of the best things out there, some of the things that are mind-blowing out there. But if you don't believe in it, how are you going to expect anyone else to believe it? What are they going to believe in? Are they going to believe in something and everything, man, that you feel 50-50 on? I can't deal with a 50-50. People are done playing games in life. The people I know who are out here and I talk with on a weekly basis, they're trying to make moves. They're not trying to be out here, man, play 50-50 with their life. They don't have that type of time. Neither do they have that type of energy or resources to be wasting on playing 50-50 in the guests. You have to have a definite. What is your definite? What do you look like? When you believe in your brand and you're actually saying that this is my brand, you really believe in it. And if you believe in it, do you believe in it to be able to go ahead and die for it? A foundational brand philosophy that can help a company create a brand that customers can trust and buy from. That's what believing your brand is. It's foundational brand philosophy that can help a company create a brand that customers can trust and buy from. A brand's belief system should be clear and aligned with worldview of the brands and the audiences that are allowed to keep customers. Customers can be the advocate for the brand so it can share it with others. This is true story. If you really want your brand and really believe in your brand to go to the next level, when customers see you, do they really believe that they can vouch for the things that you have done to help their life, to help out someone else's life? Can they believe that? Can they vouch for that? Do you have receipts? Do you have results? Last week on the show, you guys got a chance to see my guy Ernest Epps and Ahmed Hazel came on here. Last Tuesday and Thursday night was amazing. If you missed it, please go back and watch the show. The thing about all of us, and when we're sitting down and we're talking, right? And I say this with confidence. There's nobody out there doing what we're doing. And I mean that. Like there's no flinch in me when I say what I say. There's nobody out there doing what we're doing on the level that we're doing it on. There's nobody. I see a lot of people who say, oh, yeah, well, this person is doing this. And I go try, well, please go do that. Please go do that. They all come back to us anyway. There's nobody on the level doing what we're doing to really help people. And people are getting ready to see it even on a bigger scale because of the partnerships and some things to happen. There's no one out there. And that's how you have to feel about your brand. You have to feel about you. You have to feel about your vision, your dreams. There's no one out there that's going to be doing the things that you're doing. The only person that you should ever be in competition to is you. You examinize the competition, analyze what they're doing out there, analyze all the stuff. Okay, cool. I see what y'all doing. Let me stick to my lane and keep doing what I'm doing. And then believe in it. Be confident in it. Be courageous in it. Be so willed and so focused on it that you can't sway yourself any other way but to keep going. And if you do that, if you change and do these simple steps that I told you, you, my friend, will not only have a brand that will last, you will become the brand that literally helps change the course of so many others. Listen, shout out to y'all. I see y'all in the chats. I hope y'all got a lot out of that tonight. LA Law's in the building, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all just for tapping on each and every single time, man. I appreciate you, LA Law, for LA. You actually be rolling. QP grabbed that top spot too, man. What up, LA Law? You already know, showing love to LA, man. LA Law showing love to Q, man. Good to see you. You already know what time it is, man. Baby's in the building. Wonderful wife is in the building. Shout out to you. LA Law is back in the building showing love. Money showing love in the building. Appreciate you. Julie showing love. Shout out to you, Julie. Shout out to you, Money. I see y'all in the building. J50 making it do what it do. My little bro is in the building, man. Shout out to you, Jay Weeds. Appreciate you, man, for being in here, man. Julie showing love to my wonderful wife, man, Mrs. Johnson, man. That's what I'm talking about. LA Law showing love to Money, man. You know what time it is. Money showing love to LA Law, man. Julie showing love to Quentin and Money, man. Money showing love to Julie. You already know. Julie say smile. That movie, man, had me. Woo-woo. Well, I don't want to get started about that. Oh, my guys. We just went seen the Terrifier 3 and meet the director with our daughter. We have pictures. Shout out to you guys for that. I'm telling y'all what I know. Listen, J50 and J-Dog. That right there is a whole different ball game. Y'all can keep Terrifier 3 with y'all. I love y'all for Terrifier 3, but we got to do something different about that. I lie not to y'all. Look, that was just too much for me. Blood and guts, I don't know what did happen with that, but yeah, we got to do something about that, man. Shout out to you. I want to see the pictures. Let me know what it's about. My guy Jay Franco's in the building, man. Shout out to you, Jay Franco, man. Greetings, brother Lambo, man. Hey, brother, we doing what we do best, brother, out here. Appreciate you for that love, man. My guy Demetrius in the building. Let's go, Lambo, man. That's the only way we know how to do, brother, is keeping it moving on another level and keep moving forward. Appreciate all the love my brother Demetrius is doing. He's definitely in the Man Hazel's group, man. Shout out to him, man, for that group that started yesterday. If you wasn't in it, you make sure, man, you get in it, man. Go back, watch that replay, man. Change your life. Wagner Lewis Charles. Shout out to you. I just was talking about you on the broadcast. Long time no here, man. Different generation, bro. Yes, definitely a different generation than what we had, man, when it comes to these movies, man. It was all the way different, man. Good to see you on here, Sir Wag. Wag be on here, man, popping up on here, man. You never know, man, if he on here or not. But I appreciate you, man. I always thank God for you watching the previews and replays of us when you get a chance to, man. That guy helped me out so much, man, in the past. I'm not even must lie to you. It was a freaking shame how much he helped me out, man. Shout out to him. It was a waste of our time, my baby said. Yes, Black and Beauty, don't watch that Tyler Perry movie. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. You do not want to go ahead and watch that. You'll thank me later. Wagner say, greetings, man. Shout out to you, Wag, man. Appreciate you for you stepping on here tonight, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big disappointment, man, with that movie Black and Beauty. Yep, don't even waste your time, man. It was on Hulu, man. Okay, yep. The movie with Reasonable Doubt. Y'all go watch that. Get into that series. Good series. Reasonable Doubt, man. I'm trying to tell y'all that right now. Y'all will thank me later, man, for that. Issa's in the building. Shout out to you, Issa, man. Hello, family. Happy Tuesday. You know what time it is, Issa, man. Thank you, man, for you tapping in, man, this Tuesday, man. My cousin's in the building, man. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, Boog, man. Thank you, man, for you tapping in on here, man. And let's see. LA Law showing love. Saying hi, IC. Good to see IC. There we go. IC showing love to Miss Johnson. Good to see you, man. I love this. I love this. Y'all already know what time it is. What's up, Lever Show family? My cousin's in the building. Shout out to your cousin Errol. You already know, man. It's always love every time I see you, man. Shout out to Issa showing love to LA Law, man. I love that. Cuz said, what are you going to do about it? Yeah, that's what he asked James, man. What are you going to do about it, man? And he did something about it, man. So shout out to J-Bo for going on ahead and doing something about it and making it happen. What are you going to do about your situation? There's a lot of y'all got situations out there, man. What are you going to do about it? Issa showing love to Julie, man. I love to see that, man. LA Law showing love, man, to my cousin Errol, man. Saying Issa showing love to Money, man, in the building, man. I love seeing that. Issa showing love to my cousin Errol, just showing love, man, to everybody, man. I loving to see that. To Julie Quinn, LA Law, Money, man. You go, here we go. Yeah, you go through some things. You go to those restaurants. Love to Julie, man. Showing love to my cuz laughing. Mighty is in the building, man. You know what time it is. My cuz, shout out to Wag, man. Showing love, my old stories. Yes. You know what time it is. Mighty, good to see you, man. You know what time it is, man. Ken Haney. What's up, Lambo family and Lever Show, man? Shout out to you, Ken Haney. Good to see you in the building, man. LA Law got that top spot. Yes, she did. She does it, man, but effortlessly. I'm trying to tell you, I think she got the Lever Show, man, on lock, man. You know that. Shout out to QP in the house. Shout out to Money in the building, man. Yes. Shout out to Julie. Shout out to IC, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to JJC, man. Shout out to Mighty E, man. Shout out to you, Arrow, man. You already know, brother. We have to reconnect. Yes, we do, man. Wag. You know Lambo gonna hit you up, man. Shout out to you, Kennard, man. Yes, I'm speechless right now. You're making me emotional. Brother, we don't make you emotional. I don't want to do the Carl Thomas to you. I'm trying to make sure we get you right, man. Big Ken, what's going on, man? I love it, man. Lambo, boy, I was in the payday loan before I knew what you were talking about. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, the payday loan, man, whoa. Boy, there was something else back then. Boy, they'll put a 1-2 step on you. Channel say Lexington sent promo mail, but I went with Lambo instead. My guy, Jay, man, shout out to you, Big J, man. You already know, brother. I mean, look, we in here to get it done and get it done the right way. Either you rocking with us, man, or you getting rolled over, man, out here. Issa showing love with that, man. Degenerate Passive Income is in the building. What's up, guys, man? Shout out to my guy, Ryan. Make sure you guys go like and subscribe to his channel. He's killing the game out there, man. Still talking some good stuff, man. Real talk, bro. I love it. DPI, what's going on, man? Channel, welcome in. Yes, this is awesome stuff, man. But I'll be sure to catch the replay. Please do, man. Jumping on another call. It was so funny with you and Jay. Yes, it was. We did our thing. It was our daughter that loves the Terrifier movies. Jeremiah and I had upset stomachs the whole ride home. Listen, y'all, that Terrifier movie, you ain't got to say no more. You ain't got to show that to me no more, man. I don't have to see the blood and guts and gore to go ahead and tell me you trying to scare me or you trying to scare Lambo out here. I'm not trying to even do that. I'm trying to go ahead, man, and continue to keep even kill out here to make sure that we are good. But shout out to you guys, man. Look, I thank you guys for rocking with Lambo for 90 minutes right here. I didn't want to make this long today, man, but I really wanted to kind of jump into this and get this thing, man, right to y'all. Make sure you guys are like, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Share this video out to somebody who really needs it, somebody who really can help really level up their brand and really level up their business and take them to another level. Again, man, I am here for you guys. Lambo is here for you guys. I really want to make sure you guys are going to the next level, but going to that next level, man, by any means necessary. I love you guys, man. Have an amazing night, man. I'm telling y'all right now, it's getting ready to be amazing for y'all. Y'all get ready to tighten up because I'm telling you, we're getting ready to go along for the ride and get ready to go along for the ride real big. I love you guys, man. Have an amazing night, man, and enjoy yourselves, man. Again, Halloween on Thursday night. We will be right back here. Probably be a short way, maybe an hour or so. But I'm going to come on and celebrate Halloween with y'all, man. We ain't watching no Halloween movie, but we definitely going to have some treats for y'all for Thursday night show. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. PST. We'll be right back here. I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful, great night, man. And guess what? I'll see you guys on Thursday night show.